Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 3 of Batman the Caped Crusader. The last episode was fantastic. I absolutely loved that whole story with Clayface, man. It was such a wild little ride, but we got more to get into, so let's do that. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're on the channel, gives you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time code, so you're actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also got to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. I try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel, but guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and with that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to jump into episode 3, Kiss of the Catwoman. Here we go. The Gotham Museum. Lots of fancy jewelry.
Here you go, pal. O'Brien from the Gazette. Call me if you want a copy after you see it in the paper. My rates are very reasonable.
Fuck, man. Oh, okay. I thought he just found a set of pearl necklaces and just got lost in his past.
Hard to imagine anything more beautiful.
Not that hard.
I'd love a set.
Smooth.
Just like these.
Should I be worried? I hear things tend to go missing around you, Miss Kyle.
What can I say? I like nice things. And sometimes they accidentally come home with me.
Would you like to come home with me, Mr. Wayne?
You should buy me a drink sometime.
Should I?
Yes. I mean, I'm practically the only eligible woman in Gotham that you haven't taken out. I'm tempted to take it personally. We have so much in common. You know, the whole wealthy orphan thing.
Your father's in prison for tax fraud.
Well, I know it's not exactly the same, but still. I bet we have more to talk about than most of the floozies I see on your arm.
What do you think those cost? 10 grand? 20? Who the hell wears pearls like that into Crime Alley? I mean, what do you expect, lady? It's the East End.
Rude. Oh! Oh, he just beat the fuck out of Yuri. What a dickhead. Like, he had to have known Bruce was listening in earshot. So I've noticed, like, most of the sequences in the opening are the same. There's just a couple of shots here and there that are unique to the episode. Usually these scenery shots like that.
Anyway, that's what happened.
Hey, that was
And
a good
I guess
shot.
My lawyer worked something out with the district attorney's office, which is how I ended up here on your couch, Dr. Quinzel.
Oh,
I mean, metaphorically.
The couch is way more comfy.
well,
Bruce.
how about that?
Go ahead.
I don't intend to take up much of your time, Doc.
Given the stakes, I think we should take as much time as we need. Love that we're on the same page. Now, have you ever found yourself resorting to violence in other situations?
What? Come
Not
on.
me.
Do I look like a guy who
No.
goes around blowing his top?
Appearances are often deceptive. And the fact is, Bruce,
You're one to
you
talk.
did blow your top.
Look, the guy made a crack about my mother, so I popped him one.
That tragedy in your childhood, it's obviously and reasonably a tender spot. Would you like to talk about what happened to your parents?
That was a long time ago, and it was awful, but I'm a grown man now. I don't really think about it anymore.
You know,
Bullshit.
repressed trauma is something you might not even realize you're dealing with until something happens. Repression is kind of like...
Can you tell us anything about the gunman?
It was too dark. I couldn't see his face. I didn't even see the gun.
Detective, the boy's been through enough. I really must insist I take him home now.
I'll be in touch with any news.
Thank you. How was therapy, Master Bruce?
Waste of an hour. Doctor thinks she can get into my head. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he stole his file. Oh, shit, wait. Oh, whoa, what the?
What's that you're looking at, sir?
Wow, he got played.
Miss Selina.
Damn, her place looks like mine right now.
Ah, Greta, come on.
It's mid-afternoon already, Miss Selina. Mid-afternoon.
Actually, we might have the same amount of cats.
7 more bills today.
Just
Maybe
cooking
not.
with the
This place is a
others.
lot bigger than I thought. I mean, I should have expected as much.
Miss Selina, they're going
I've
to
got
turn off the electricity soon.
9,
And
so...
I, too, would like to be paid again someday.
Well, 8 that live in the house.
Can you at least stop bringing home strays? The cat food bills alone are bankrupting us.
Good God. Yeah, that is no joke, man. Good Lord. Oh, that image in there. That was great.
We still have a sewing machine, don't we?
Hell yeah.
Fabulous, right?
Not the word I would use.
Hey, I dig it. Damn. It's like, hey, we got one guy dressing up out there fucking around. Let's add somebody else into the mix. Or it's all to draw him out.
Don't move! Police! Freeze!
God damn. Oh! Parkour. I was wondering when he was gonna pop up.
You're 1,000 times sexier than that sketch in the paper.
Who are you?
I would hope so.
Dear, what can I say? You inspire me.
Oh, jeez.
You have toys?
He'll show you his toys.
Hey,
Oh.
Flash. It's that Selina
Wow.
Kyle broad. The high
Damn.
society klepto.
Nice car.
She's got the hots.
How about a cup of hot cocoa when we get back? How does that sound, Master Bruce?
Mr. Wayne. Bruce,
Sorry, I'm a little hungover. Late night with a lady friend. What was the question?
have you ever considered that you may be repressing yourself in other ways? This whole life that you've built for yourself, it feels so obvious, almost a cliche. Maybe it's a way to shield yourself from further pain.
Or I'm not repressing anything and I just have a lot of disposable income and a very active social life.
Oh, yes. I've seen you in the society pages. You and some model, you and some movie star. How many second dates do you have?
Is this therapy or church?
You run around acting like Gotham's happiest, randiest bachelor.
I mean, she
But
sees
are any of these women
through
more than
all
just
of
an
your
accessory
shit.
for you? Is there ever any love there, or even lust? Or are you just going through the motions, being the person that everyone around you expects you to be?
God
I'm just playing the
damn.
field, Doc. Life is just different for people in my position.
I'm sure it is.
I swear, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I didn't break into those shops. It must have been that Batman character.
Oh, wow.
What does the prosecution have to say here?
Well, Your Honor, since we have no evidence, it was Miss Kyle that committed these crimes and not the Batman, who was also at the scene. And since the stolen gems were all returned, the people are willing to drop the charges and allow Miss Kyle another second chance.
Huh.
Right there. Case dismissed.
I mean, they literally had her in the outfit. What angle is...
So when it's my clients, you're gunning for jail time. But when it's the rich and famous, they get a break. What is she, Harvey? A campaign?
Yeah,
runner?
like what the...
Come on, Barbara.
Yeah,
Do
he's
you
got to
really
have
think
an
it's that
angle.
Well, maybe I would. If she
Yeah.
went flat broke.
Why was he covering for her? Like, even Flask and Bullock were confused.
So we heard the Kyle dame skated. And you caught her at the scene and everything. In some cat getup?
God, how many people is Yuri voicing in this?
She'd allegedly been the prime suspect in a series of jewelry thefts.
They let her go.
Indeed, sir. But apparently she has promised never to do it again.
Yeah, okay. Damn. Oh, she gonna take the cat too? Yep. Oh.
Your old mama had some very fine sparklies. Don't you worry. I promise to take real good care of them.
And... Oh! Oh no, don't leave the cat on this fucking roof!
hero.
Stop. You're wasting my time.
Well, why do you keep chasing me then?
Oh. Wow.
I wasn't sure that these would actually work, but holy mackerel.
Oh. Yo, the Catmobile. It's like, I gotta have one of my own. Nice. She really is emulating him.
As I tried to explain downstairs, Miss Kyle moved out the other day after she was released from court.
Son of a... She hit 4 safes last night.
And now she's gone underground.
Miss Selina, I don't see how you expect us to live in a place like this.
We'll get used to it, Greta. If we're going to live like outlaws, then we're going to have to make some sacrifices, right?
Yes, well, I never asked to live like an outlaw, but no one listens to me, do they?
Oh, that's right.
She's even got her own sassy butler.
Perhaps you can let the police handle Miss Kyle. She's only a jewel thief after all, not really a villain. And Bruce Wayne does have appointments today, so some
Appointments? That's a good idea. Get the limo out. I'll get changed.
What?
Are you certain there's nothing I could do to change your mind? The show was meant to run for another 3 weeks, and...
No, I'm afraid I have to insist. What with this Catwoman character out there?
Can we at least have the weekend?
So did all go well?
The plan's set. Take us home.
He's trying to set a trap for her.
The Gotham Museum is closing their fine jewelry show 3 weeks early. So if you're looking to view some of the most beautiful pieces, you now have only 2 more days to do so.
Yep, there it is.
You know,
putting the pressure on her.
Last session.
Time has just flown by.
I really want to thank you, Dr. Q. I'll admit, I was a bit resistant to this, but I feel like it's been really helpful.
I'm going to sign your paperwork.
Oh gosh, thanks, Doc.
Because I don't think you're a danger to yourself or anyone else. But I also don't think that we've made any progress together. If I didn't know any better, I think you really are the shallow cardboard cutout you pretend to be. But I do know better. Your walls are just too high. Your court-ordered sessions are over, but I think you should continue on as my patient. Now, doesn't that sound like fun?
Thanks for the offer, Doc. But I'm all aces now. Make sure Lucius Fox gets these.
Your final session, was it? Did you really not get anything out of talking to her, sir? Because I've often thought it might be beneficial to...
I'm fine. Now drop it.
Yes.
Wow.
They're going to pay.
They?
All of them. I'm going to make them pay, and you're going to help me.
I'm sorry, I would shit myself if some creepy little child came in and said that shit to me in the middle of the night.
Even if you catch Miss Kyle tonight, the judge may simply let her go again.
Not this time.
Ooh, Councilman, what's your wife gonna think of this?
Holy crap!
I need your help.
Sure. With what?
What do you think? I need you to take some pictures.
The problem has been lack of evidence, so he's going to get some evidence.
Calling all cars.
My God, she was looking at those like crazed.
Put them back.
You could have said you wanted a date the last time. But I didn't come alone tonight.
Oh! Oh, Jesus!
We're not gonna need those.
Oh. God damn. Oh, I do want to know how the cat got knocked out by the gas and he didn't, despite no filtering. Could be conditioning. Probably gassed himself over and over again to be resistant to it.
I knew there was something. Ow! Hey! Not so tight! You know, you're really no fun at all.
No, I'm not.
Lol.
So I got some shots in there, but I didn't only get Catwoman. You know, I can destroy them all if that's what you want. I'm not trying to...
Just make sure the Catwoman photos run. I don't care about the others.
Greta, listen. It's a disaster. They've got evidence, photos, the whole deal. I need you to bail me out.
That's not going to be possible. You have no money.
Just hawk some of the paintings. And maybe that gold statue that Daddy loved.
I already sold her, and everything else worth a nickel that you owned. You owe me 3 years of back pay, so I'm collecting now. My cruise to the Bahamas leaves in an hour. Auf Wiedersehen!
My cruise to the Bahamas!
That little crook.
Wow. Oh, come on. That's great.
I suppose the evidence against Catwoman will stand up in court this time.
She'll be back. But Gotham's got a break from her nonsense, and so do I.
Those photos of you might prove to be more trouble than Catwoman was.
Probably. But now they'll all know I'm coming for them.
You know,
Now
sir,
people will know
I
he's
was
real.
thinking about what you said earlier. About seeing Dr. Quinzel.
The coffee's cold.
I'll get you a fresh cup, sir.
Oh, what a shot. Damn, man. Who played Catwoman? Christina Ricci. I thought she sounded familiar. I wasn't 100% sure. Grey DeLisle was in this. Met her this past weekend. God, Yuri's just in every episode is so many different people. I really enjoyed this, man. Again, I love this, like, them going with these classic iterations of these characters, and I like this emulation that Catwoman saw in him, like this kind of kinship, this like attraction she has to the aesthetic, to the thing, kind of like what he does, or like what Quinzel was trying to get him to wrestle with in the sessions. These masks, these barriers, these coping mechanisms, and I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I found it all extremely fascinating. I love the playfulness between the two of them. I like the way that they kind of played off of one another. I like that we got to see the Catmobile. And I like how they balanced out what's going on in the present day and this duality between Bruce and Batman and the walls that he's put up to cope with, us also going back and seeing the flashback of his parents' murder, how that affected him and how he's built these walls. And that one little scene with him showing up in the middle of the night in Alfred's bedroom, be like, they're all gonna pay. That was some like Omen shit. Like that would make me think, okay, this kid is possessed. Get me an exorcist. What the hell is that? I would not feel safe in that house after all that. Children be creepy when they do shit like that, man. I don't know. It just encapsulates so well all the things that we've come to know about Bruce, about Batman, while also kind of doing something we haven't necessarily seen in a long time. It's fun. It's a change of pace. It's very welcome. These performances are all very clean. The animation, the style, everything I think is just lending itself so well to the type of story that they're trying to tell. I just find it fun and refreshing that we're spending so much time kind of lifting out from the pages like these things from like the golden age that for the most part has kind of been left to the annals of time and a lot of the modern iterations, like even straight down to her character design in this. It's straight off of those old school pages, man. I don't know. I love what they're doing with this. I'm excited to see what they continue to do. I've heard nothing but praise for the rest of the series, and I'm excited to see what happens next. You know, we got Harley Quinn introduced in this episode as his therapist, you know, court-ordered therapist in this situation. She acknowledges like, hey, I feel like we've made no progress here. All your stuff, all your walls are so high, and I don't think we've really done anything here. You've been here through all the sessions that were ordered for you. I'll sign your papers, but I feel like we got some more work we can do. And I think she's going to find another way to kind of explore that work, get to know the other side of Bruce. If what we do know is any indication of this character's future, which is interesting considering this character was created in Batman the Animated Series. They never existed in any of the comics up until that point. So setting that character in this Golden Age setting is really interesting. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to do some fun stuff with her in this as well, considering there was no iteration of this character at this time when these characters were created, especially during this period. So that's going to be fun. But guys, I'm going to pass it off to you. What do you guys think? How do you feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, we'll see the full-length reaction. As always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Your Course, Scott Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.